Max, nobody gets Wall Street culture like you do, so please tell us this story.
A nice thing to say. So Andrew Hall, as you say, was at Citigroup when right after the bailout, he attracted an amazing amount of attention. I think it's true, he made something like around $100 million for 2008. And his group, Fibro, left Citi. Now they're part of Occidental, and he also runs a hedge fund. So what we wrote about in the story is where some of his money is going. And it's true, this town in Vermont called Reading has 666 people. And Andy Hall has put together an estate there that has something like 2,400 acres. He has his own museum. And he has a farm that sells wildflower honey and maple syrup and heritage meats. It was really fun.
And makes lavender soap.
Lavender soap, yes, which I ordered from the website, although it has not come yet.
So what's the lesson here? That if you become fabulously wealthy overnight on Wall Street, you can kind of do whatever you want, as he's doing in Reading, Vermont?
Well, I'm sure what Mr. Hall would say is that what he's doing is both modest and good. Modest, he said in his email to us, he said compared to other quote-unquote high-end homes, his in Reading are actually quite small. And he also, I think, would add that it's not destructive, that what he's doing is preserving land and making nice organic food and farming, and that those are all good things.
Then what's the real gripe against him?
Well, I talked to, I think, something like 2 dozen people in Reading, Vermont, and some of them were quite positive. I talked to basically a plastic surgeon who said, look, he's making everything pretty, and I like pretty. But I also talked to neighbors who described quite emotionally that having a wealthy person come up and buy some low-income housing and taking some down, which he's done, I think he's taken down about 6 local houses, is destructive and sort of hurts the landscape of the town, although Andy would add that those houses weren't in great shape anyway.
How did you get onto Andy Hall's trail here?
The funny thing is a friend at Bloomberg mentioned it to me months ago, and I didn't write the story right away. I told an editor about it relatively recently, Otis, who we all know, and he said, go find out.
The mysterious Otis. But Andy Hall, it's not like he's retired to Vermont, right? He's not up there making the lavender soap himself. He's not there butchering the Berkshire pigs and turning them into sausage. He's still trading. That's a good point. He certainly is still trading. And incidentally, he trades out of, if I'm not mistaken, I think a former dairy farm in Connecticut. The name of his hedge fund is Assenbeck. It's very big and, from what I understand, quite successful. And then, of course, he also trades under Occidental, the enormous oil company.
Marching to his own beat and getting it done.